What's good, everybody? It's Batman, and today we're going to be doing a goated reaction. It's going to be DC related this time, and it's what if DC Comics Batman Who Laughs invaded Marvel? A really, really goated topic. I was actually thinking of doing a video of this on my own. I still might eventually do it just to get another DC video on my channel, like an actual, like, good, productive one too. But like, it's a really, really good topic. It's really, really cool to think about, and even like just maybe even like to argue about, whatever, yada yada. But it's really interesting because we've seen what the Batman Who Laughs can do in the DC verse and how he basically becomes God, you know what I mean, and becomes a multiversal threat, and basically even to the point where he's about to threaten the Omniverse if he also gets like Wonder Woman's power, you name it, blah blah, and can fight all these fucking omnipotent beings, yada yada. Like, the motherfucker's cracked, okay? Super intelligent, outsmart literally omnipotent gods, you name it. The goddess of creation, the one that was literally basically set and designated to literally watch over that particular universe. Like, no matter what, like, the guy is cracked. He's absolutely cracked. He's a monster. He has insane feats, insane intellect feats. He was able to beat the Spectre, all kinds of fucking people, dude. So, we're going to be checking out what this guy has to say for the Batman Who Laughs and what he can do. Let's get it.
Definitely succeed. And DC created a pretty vicious version of him, the Batman Who Laughs, an alternate version and evil counterpart of Batman within the Dark Multiverse. In this multiverse, What If crossover, we'll be giving you some insight on the Bat's evil doppelganger and prove just how dangerous he can be. We'll even be pitting him against Marvel's mightiest and showing why this Dark Knight can conquer two comic universes. His story takes place on Earth 22.
So he thinks the Batman Who Laughs will be able to slam the Marvel Universe. Hey, I don't blame him. Bro, look at Deadpool. Deadpool fucking did it. Come on.
Just like the story we all know, Bruce Wayne watched his parents, Thomas and Martha Wayne, get murdered in an alleyway. With the desire to fight against crime, he goes on to train for years to become Gotham's only hero, Batman. In his time as Batman, he took on many sidekicks, including Red Hood, Batgirl, Red Robin, and Nightwing, as well as his blood son, Damian Wayne.
Correct.
This warped Batman, before his Jokerification, lived by the same code and standards as his mainstream counterpart, co-founding the Justice League. Everything went south for the Dark Knight when his greatest foe, Joker, began a killing spree across the city of Gotham. While killing senselessly isn't usually the clown's MO, he had just found out that he was dying from the same nasty chemicals that made him who he was. So, this was supposed to be the clown's final joke. He went on to murder a bunch of Batman's enemies, including the Penguin, Killer Croc, the Ventriloquist, and Catwoman. He'd pretty much done Batman's job for him, but he didn't stop there.
Yeah, damn.
He also killed Batman's friend, Commissioner Gordon. Batman had to stop him, but upon meeting the Joker, he was drugged, paralyzing his body temporarily. So, all Gotham's only hope could do was watch as the Joker created his final legacy. Right in front of Bruce, Joker blew up an entire hospital, and to make it personal, killed the parents of a bunch of kids before injecting them with an incurable strain of Joker venom. What a sick joke.
Yeah.
Joker's comedy always seemed to be lost on the masses, but moving on.
I'm sorry, but that'd do it. Batman's weakness is his parents, so any form of trauma or anything like that to kind of trigger them in that way, whatever, that is extremely fucking intelligent to eventually push someone to their breaking point. If anything, that's probably the most genius way and most horrible, obviously, horrible and disgusting way, but the most genius way to actually break someone that has, like, almost near to impossible willpower of self-control to ever break or defeat, you know? Batman has insane willpower and self-control.
He was trying to create...
And only Joker could ever push him to his limits. Only him. Nobody else.
...hybrid of both Joker and Batman. The only thing more deadly than the Joker is a dying Joker. Well, at this point, Batman had had enough. He snapped. After he eventually regained movement, he grabbed the Joker and broke his neck, killing him instantly. But unbeknownst to Batman, the Joker had one last joke.
Yeah.
The clown had taken in a toxin that would infect anyone close to him when he died. And as expected, and as wanted, it was Batman. An inside joke only the Joker was in on, and so a new chapter began.
Yeah. Definitely a new chapter.
Joker's murder, Batman confessed to Superman that he had not only felt no guilt after killing the Joker, but plans on making killing a regular part of his crime-fighting routine. This new ideology was revealed to his sidekicks, Batgirl, Red Robin, Nightwing, and Red Hood, while they were training in the Batcave. They decided to talk to Bruce about his worsening condition. In fact, they all offered to help him however they could. A great gesture that the Bat eventually turned down as he revealed the main reason he even called them in the first place. According to him, they would be the first people to notice something was off about him and hurry to get the other heroes involved, something he wasn't going to allow. So he surprised them. fact, he surprised all of us by taking a step no one ever saw coming, pulling out a pair of concealed machine guns and shooting every single one of them dead. Yeah, Batman killed his family, every single one of them.
Damn.
That's some Joker irony. Again, Joker's comedy. Anyway, back to this guy. It took him no time at all to conquer Earth 22. Yeah, they fought back as they were supposed to, but in the end, he was inevitable. He conquered the world with help from his son, Damian, who he also Jokerized using the Joker Venom, and the bunch of Joker kids the Joker made earlier. So the Darkest Knight literally had an army of crazy Joker people just like him. The Batman Who Laughs conquered the Justice League on his own. Now imagine what he would do with an army of Jokerized kids, all with no mercy or limits. You know what? Let's take another step forward, shall we? Let's imagine this amount of chaos was unleashed in the Marvel Universe.
Yeah.
It would surely get it done. In fact, the Batman Who Laughs could easily use Joker's venom on a bunch of Marvel's characters.
Yeah, true.
You know, get them to fight his battles for him and carry out various tactics.
Yep.
He did it with Donna Troy, Blue
He
Beetle,
does it in DC, yeah. He does it with all the DC characters. Immediately controls and affects them, and they literally are slaves to him. Yeah.
and even Shazam, who's meant to be a god. There are so many ways the Batman Who Laughs could go about attacking Marvel.
Oh, for sure.
The
So
Batman
many.
Who Laughs was literally unstoppable, going as far as even conquering other worlds in the multiverse.
And look at the look, bro. Like, God, that motherfucker's creepy.
He was able to integrate his mind into that of a Bruce Wayne with Dr. Manhattan's powers. And if you know Dr. Manhattan, you'd know just how powerful he is. Telekinesis, nigh omnipotence, nigh omniscience, omnipresence, reality warping, size manipulation, telepathy, flight, immortality, interstellar travels, you name it, and Dr. Manhattan's got you covered. To put it in context for you all, he is as powerful as Marvel's Celestials, and he's going to whoop a lot of heavy hitters in a fight. Yes, including popular Marvel heroes such as Thor. With powers like that in Evil Bruce's hands, he's literally unstoppable. In fact, to help imagine the Darkest Knight crossing into Marvel's universe, let's pit him against Marvel's mightiest, as promised earlier, shall we? Let's start off with a hero like Captain America. Steve Rogers is definitely no slouch. His feats speak for themselves. A super soldier in peak physical condition, able to hold his own against various heroes and villains alike. Underestimating Cap would be a huge mistake, but a fight against the Darkest Knight would end up being a Joker Cap if he decides to add to his army. Cap has gone toe-to-toe with some fierce villains, but Bruce's new conniving and sadistic way of thinking added onto his already calculated battle approach. He could manipulate Cap by either tricking him or playing on his moral code. You know, use his own morals against him. A venom that has worked on heroes like Shazam and Blue Beetle, who is a god and has advanced alien tech at his disposal. This same strategy could also work on someone like Iron Man. Yeah, we can agree that Tony is highly intellectual, but is he as strategic or borderline maniacal like the Darkest Knight? In a battle of intellect, we could say they are in the same atmosphere, but that is where the Joker part of his mind comes into play, and it is stated in the comic that Batman is arguably already one of the smartest characters in the entire DC universe. That level of intellect, combined with a warped psyche, would put Iron Man in some predicaments where he would question his humanity and play on Tony's paranoid personality. Spidey is a smart cookie with a range of offensive options, and of course the ever-useful spider senses. He would be able to spot the Darkest Knight from a mile away. But what will he do when the Batman Who Laughs comes for his family, or Mary Jane, or Norma, his best pal? You know, his signature tactic Joker Venom? He's not going to be seeing that from a mile away, will he? The Batman Who Laughs is unpredictable, sick, and highly resourceful. If he has to kill everyone Spidey knows to get to him, then that's exactly what he's going to do.
Facts.
Our
Oh, yeah.
friendly
Spider-Man won't stand a
Spider-Man
chance.
has
He's
many
done.
weaknesses to exploit. This is without even tapping into his divine abilities or hand-to-hand. So, let's up the ante. The Darkest Knight versus the Incredible Hulk.
Yeah.
Now, this is a bit more of a challenge, guys, but Hulk is just too linear in the way he fights. You know, smash everything into oblivion.
Yep.
Batman Who Laughs, on the other hand, is an out-of-the-box thinker. He would come up with a way to use Hulk's gamma physiology against him. And if the Darkest Knight finds Mr. Green here useful, he might just use the Joker Venom to turn him into one of his many puppets.
Yep.
Imagine a Joker and Hulk hybrid, or just alter his mind to make him attack the others with his reality warping ability.
Fucked.
The Hulk is very...
He could literally just use the Hulk against the entire Marvel, like, verse or, like, against Planet Earth, and that's it. What do they do, bro? You know what I mean? Like...
and draws power from
imagine. Mind controls. You know how many times the Hulk's been mind controlled, too, you know?
Ship him off world somewhere to neutralize him until he builds up an army of his allies to make him fight against them. How would Hulk comprehend killing his own allies? How would Bruce Banner? In fact, you know what? Let's have a change of pace and let's go cosmic. The Darkest Night up against Thor, the God of Thunder. Many of you probably think this is going to be an easy win for Thor, but may I remind you that the Darkest Night did find a way to defeat the Justice League, including Superman, which, by the way, is one of both DC and Marvel's strongest superheroes. And he even did that without Dr. Manhattan's godlike powers.
Yeah.
So yeah, he might find it quite difficult defeating Thor as just a Batman-Joker hybrid. But once you throw in Dr. Manhattan's powers, then it might just be another day for him, just deciding how he wants to handle it.
Yep.
Great thing about it all is...
he wouldn't even need Dr. Manhattan's power. That could always be a last resort, but he could always do many, many, many other ways to fucking deal with Thor. Many fucking ways. So the possibilities just go on and on.
Calculated and seen.
The man can literally beat people on his planet that are just like Thor, aka Wonder Woman, you know, and etc. etc.
Each being operated along with their respective...
Whether if it's a suit, him, gadgets, weapons he makes, sorcery, magic, whatever the fuck it is, or obtaining levels of omnipotence of power, the man can do it.
weaknesses that was a threat.
Or you could just control Thor with Joker Toxin.
And place contingencies on them, just like with his own Justice League. In fact, let's throw in one more cosmic threat, the Ghost Rider. Yeah, this is going to be a real fight, because Ghost Rider literally exists to bring punishment and pain to the wicked.
Yep.
And if you've been listening, you'll know that the Darkest Night definitely qualifies as the
wicked. Absolutely.
Ghost Rider's powers, the super strength, durability, Hellfire Blast, and of course Penance Stare, make him quite formidable. Well, for most evildoers, the Penance Stare should do the trick, you know, making villains experience the pain and torment of their victims. Also, noting that even when a host of the Spirit of Vengeance dies, it will just go and find a new host and keep that same cycle continuing.
Yep.
But the Darkest Night might just enjoy that. He's that messed up.
Yep.
So, they're going to have to fight it out. And with Dr. Manhattan's powers, there may be no end. What if he absorbs the Spirit?
Yeah.
Batman is still an embodiment of vengeance. His whole symbol is based around vengeance and punishment. Seems like the perfect host, especially if he sets the stage.
It's a fair argument for him to potentially become a host too, as a win con.
With all this, here's what we know.
I don't think he would get to that point. I do think you just outsmart him and did many ways he could deal with the Spirit of Vengeance and to either get rid of it or just to deal with it as a threat overall. Or once again, just has a suit or a level of omnipotence of power and just fucking deals with Ghost Rider and that's it. You know?
Has conquered worlds and universes, and Marvel's would be up for grabs as well. And it's never even just the godlike powers he picked up along the way. It's also in the way he thinks. Combine Batman's grit, thinking, combat mastery, intellect, and paranoia, along with the Joker's twisted nihilism, and you get a near unstoppable villain.
Literally. Literally, he said it perfectly.
Prep time and a terribly twisted sense of humor would definitely break many of Marvel's notorious. Again, Bruce has become an entity we compared to the level of celebrity.
Like guys, you have to understand this guy in the DC, you know, like he literally went to another multiverse, the dark multiverse, and got every single evil, crazy, cracked Batman that you could possibly think of, okay? Any single kind. Marshmallow Batman, you fucking name it. Darkseid, whatever. Got them all to come in to fight for him. They were all his bitches. He was in charge. That is how fucking crazy strong this guy is and how built different he is. You know, super fucking intelligent, strategizing, contingency plans, etc. You name it. And even if you somehow, some way become successful in getting rid of him, let's say you somehow can do it, it will still be part of his plan as well, and it will backfire and just make it even more impossible to deal with him. Like, the guy is literally, like, you can't. Like, it takes literally for plot armor to save the day and beat him. It took for literally the hands, like some divine, omnipotent fucking presence coming down, being sent through, and literally, like, for that to be, to finally end his massacre to the fucking, you know, he was a threat to the multiverse. Literally becoming a threat. And they had to get involved. Otherwise, everyone would have been fucked. And Batman Who Laughs, like, didn't plan that far, you know? And he literally, like, was his only last resort was, hey, Wonder Woman, if we don't fuse, we're done. We're fucked. That's it. It's over. You know what I mean? If you join and give me your power, I can beat them. I can literally be the best and the strongest. And Wonder Woman said no, wanted to play the righteous moral ground type of vibe, and was not willing to cooperate, and they both got defeated because of it, and it went from there. You know, so like, unless it's something like that, you know what I mean, overall it's just ain't gonna happen. You know, so at the end of the day, he's just built different. But let's finish this video up.
Quite frankly, above them. He is characterized as an outerverse level threat. And to leave you off with a statement from the mind of the Darkest Knight, he himself said, "It was simple, really, killing my world. No matter what they threw at me, armies of villains, alien tyrants, the wrath of God, they were all just problems to solve, one by one, methodically, with precision and blood." How many Marvel villains would...
Goated fucking quote from the Batman Who Laughs 2. And there's so many more that's really good as well. But man,
you say think like this, or have even accomplished the feats he has?
Yeah.
After The Darkest Knight was finished, unleashing his essence and Dark Knight comedy special upon Marvel, all that would be left echoing through the universe would be that maniacal laugh. Why so serious?
Oh, and he did the Heath Ledger reference. Round of a fucking applause for Comic Crucible, bro. Goated ass video, extremely underrated, and definitely deserves more than 27,000 fucking views. That's some bullshit. But either way, an incredible video. Absolutely liking that shit. If you guys don't know who he is, make sure to check him out. Oh, he actually is just starting as well. Like,
that means that you're not...
Hold up. I don't even know what the fuck just happened there. Oh, here we go with the fucking ads. You know what I mean? Get out of here, okay? But either way, like, he has 582 subs. He's actually just started, like, a goated underrated channel. For, like, the level of editing that I just saw, all the stuff he's providing, all his arguments, rationalization, you name it, etc. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Bro, hands down, extremely underrated. It makes sense. Motherfucker is just starting and makes perfect sense. It's always the underrated low sub YouTube channels, man. Always. I don't know what it is. But, man, once again, if you guys want to check him out, give him all the love, please give him all the love, man. Like look at that beautiful wallpaper. Come on now. Why so fucking serious? You know what I mean? Goated. The best Joker to this day in the cinematic universe, by the way, DC. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. As always, if you guys really enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like. Comment your thoughts down below what you think of the Batman Who Laughs. How strong do you think he is? Do you think he has limits? Do you think he's overrated? Do you think he's extremely fucking broken and powerful? Do you think he's underrated? Etc. Let me know what you think. How do you think he would interact with the Marvel Universe? Do you think he would be able to defeat it, just like what Deadpool did, and etc.? I believe Punisher also accomplished that feat too, but I don't remember. But either way, let me know what you think, and as always, subscribe for more content. Subscribe to the channel. Batman out. Peace.